Is science a part of religion? A rational, religious, and humanitarian perspective. Introduction. One of the frequently asked questions today is science a part of religion? Some believe that religion is limited to worship, ethics, and spirituality, while science belongs solely to the material or worldly realm. However, when we deeply study the Qur'an and human nature, it becomes evident that science is not separate from religion. It is a manifestation of it, an extension of religious inquiry and explanation. 1. Religion, a complete way of life. Islam is not a restricted or partial system. It is a comprehensive way of life that addresses every aspect of human existence, whether it be worship, morality, economy, politics, or science. Allah states in the Quran, "We have not neglected anything in the book." Surah Al-An'am, 6:38. This verse clearly shows that Islam encompasses all fields of life. And since science is a vital part of human life, it logically falls within the fold of religion, not outside it. 2. The Quran's call to scientific thought. The Quran repeatedly invites human beings to reflect, observe, and study the universe around them. Isn't this the very spirit of science? Do they not look at the camels, how they are created? Surah Al-Ghashiyah, 88:17. Likewise, the Quran encourages reflection upon the skies, the earth, rain, mountains, oceans, and the human body, all of which form the foundation of scientific exploration. The Quran does not merely allow science, it inspires it. 3. The role of science in Islamic history. Throughout Islamic history, science and religion were never in conflict. In fact, during the Golden Age of Islam, religious institutions such as the Bayt al-Hikmah, House of Wisdom, in Baghdad were hubs of scientific progress and discovery. Ibn al-Haytham revolutionized optics and scientific methodology. Al-Razi made groundbreaking contributions to medicine. Al-Biruni measured the Earth's circumference and studied astronomy in depth. These were not secular scientists, they were Muslim believers who saw their scientific work as a form of worship, uncovering the signs of Allah in creation. 4. Is scientific research a religious obligation? The Prophet Muhammad said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim man and woman." Sunan Ibn Majah. This hadith refers not only to religious knowledge, but to all beneficial knowledge, including medicine, physics, engineering, and more. If a Muslim studies science with sincere intentions to serve humanity and understand Allah's creation, it is an act of worship. Science, when driven by sincere faith, becomes a religious duty and a noble act. 5. The human touch, science with soul. The human touch refers to the emotional, compassionate, and ethical dimension of science. If science lacks humanity, it becomes a weapon. But when science is guided by religious morality, it becomes a cure, a relief, and a source of peace. For example, a doctor who researches diseases to heal the sick is not just doing a job, he is performing an act of religious virtue. An engineer who designs safe bridges or buildings contributes to human safety and is thus engaging in service to creation, which is rewarded in Islam. So, science aligned with human benefit is not only knowledge, it is righteousness. 6. Science versus religion? A Western myth. The so-called conflict between science and religion is a Western historical issue, not an Islamic one. In medieval Europe, the Church suppressed scientific thought, but Islam has always encouraged observation, experimentation, and learning. The Quran links reflection on the universe to faith and wisdom. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of night and day, are signs for those of understanding. Surah Al-Imran, 3:190. Thus, science and religion in Islam are not enemies, they are partners. 7. The need for religious scientists today. Today's world is overflowing with technology and information but suffering from spiritual, ethical, and humanitarian crises. The solution lies in producing a new kind of scientist, one who is deeply knowledgeable, God-conscious and morally guided, dedicated to serving humanity. Such a person is not just a scientist but a believer scientist, whose work illuminates both the mind and the soul. Conclusion. Science is not separate from religion. Rather, it is part of religion's practical dimension. Islam teaches us to seek knowledge, to reflect on the universe, to serve humanity, and to find Allah through His creation. Science enables us to do exactly that when approached with faith. We must raise a generation of youth who are not divided between religious and worldly education, but who see both as one unified path to truth. Final message. If knowledge is light, then religion is its lamp. If science is power, then religion is its direction. Only that knowledge is truly sacred which brings man closer to his Creator, whether it comes from a verse of the Quran or the wonders of the cosmos.